Cup Finale in Shanghai, Round 3. Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Overfed Gaming. You're listening to the Overfed. Today we're driving in the Mazda MX-5 in the MX-5 Cup. We're driving the streets of Shanghai, China at the Weibeidu Way. We're doing 3 laps. We're driving at night and it's a stormy night. And we started out 22nd of 22, which is where we still are. 3 laps, and they're not short. They're going to take a little while to do. So we don't want to get too excited because these guys, as you just noticed them knocking all the tires over, are pretty chaotic. They'll bump and rub you and try and push you out of the way, and they don't care, just like that. Now, it's okay to bump and rub a little bit. That's fine. As long as they don't spin you around, you're okay. So you still want to try and drive as clean as possible so that when they do kind of bump into you, you're not going to lose any time. You don't want to start in with that kind of shenanigans with the other guys because it just doesn't help you any. All you can do is just in a situation like this, when there's this many cars, is just kind of wait until they thin out a little bit into a stream and then see if you can start picking them off one at a time. Now that isn't easy to do. It's easier to say than do because with these little Mazdas, they don't have a lot of power, and on the wet road they tend to slip and slide a little bit as if you're driving on a light compact snow. So you got to really watch yourself, you know, try and pace yourself, stay away from the other cars, and just pay attention because every once in a while, this is Grid Legends, they do like to wipe out in front of you. I don't know what happens, but they spin out or whatever, and if they do, they could take you along with them, and when they do, you're not going to recoup in time, usually, to finish the race. Not near the front anyhow, if you do recoup. So the best you can do is just like we're doing, is try to keep up to them, and when there's an opportunity, kind of squeeze in a little bit and try and get ahead. Don't get too chaotic because there's still lots of time because the laps, like I said, are a decent length, you know, but you gotta watch out because these guys are a little bit wild, a little bit too wild for my taste, but that's okay because avoiding them is part of the fun in the game. Ooh, there looks like there's some shenanigans going up there. Oh, he took himself out of the race for us. You see, it's hard to see when you're driving at night in the rain because there's so much rain spray going up, you can't tell if it's smoke or if it's rain or what it is. And I have a hard time seeing at night when it gets a little bit darker anyhow, and then with the rain it makes it even harder. And it's no different in these video games. It is a little bit harder to see, but the graphics are clean and clear, that's for sure. See, like that. He maneuvered his car out of the way to try and get away from the other car and ended up running into me, and there was no way I could have avoided that. So you kind of bounce off of them and you hope you don't get spun around. And when that happens, try and get away from them. Try and go a little bit faster, get away from them, get in front of them so that they can't affect you anymore. Like this guy here. I don't understand when they start smoking out like that and they're not racing anymore. Why don't they just pull over to the side of the road and stop? Why do they keep going? Anyhow, it's not my problem. We put them behind us and we're coming around the corner here, and we're probably about halfway through this second lap already. So we're just gonna keep racing, put all the guys that don't want to go as fast as I do behind us. And that way we keep moving up. Like right over here. But they do tend to box you in sometimes, you know. I've had it where the guy, there could be sometimes only one guy in front of you, and as you're trying to pass him, he keeps cutting in front of you. And I believe that this one guy up in this race does that to me. And it's difficult to get by them because they just, I don't know if they're trying to initiate a accident or what they're doing, but they just do not want you to get by. So when that happens, you got to get sneaky and try and pretend like you're gonna pass him on one side and then just kind of squeeze by on the other real quick when he's not paying attention. However, with these little cars, the little Mazdas, they don't have a lot of power, so screaming by them is just not going to happen. You know, it's going to go too slow. Like this guy right here. Now, if you watch him, he's on the right-hand side. I got lots of room, and he cuts out in front of me. Then I go to speed up a little bit, he cuts back in front of me. So I go and speed up a little bit on the left-hand side, and he cuts back in front of me on that side. And you go, wow, what is this guy doing? And then you get this other guy coming up, and he screams by you when you weren't paying attention, which the Opafed tends to do at times. And then now you've got 2 or 3 cars blocking your way. And you're into the 3rd lap already, so you don't got time to waste. So you still got to get by that guy who was trying to cut you off left, right, all over the place. But we're not worried about it, because we're going to come up behind him and we're going to pull a quickie on him, as we didn't wait for him to cut in front of us and we ripped by him. Now we're in 2nd place, but the track is quickly coming to an end here. So we better get a move on it if we want to win this race. And we do want to win, because that is the ultimate goal, of course. Fun is in the game, but even more fun is in winning it. Now we couldn't squeeze by him on that side. Let's see if we can. Well, we got him on the outside. Now it's just a matter of staying clean and building a little bit of space, a little bit of buffer zone between him and me, and make it to the end. Well, we're almost there. We really enjoyed this race again. Boy, I tell you, there's not a lot of races that I don't like in this game. Grid Legends, by the way, if you didn't figure that out yet, we've got one more race in this MX5 Cup event coming up in a couple of days. So until then, I hope you're going to come back and see the final race and see who wins it and takes it all. And I hope you enjoyed this one too. And if you did, give us a like. Hit that subscribe button and help us get to 100 subscribers for the month of July. It would really help out the channel. We're just a small channel, but we're trying to make it work. Hope you had a great time, and hope to see you back here again real soon. You've been racing with the Opafed.